Hi, so today's video is going to be an interesting one because we are going to talk about those animes which pisses you off and me. So let's get started. You watch anime, I watch anime, we all love anime because it gave you a space to escape from reality or feel something happy. Sometimes you want to just escape and go a world where you are just happy, and that is anime do to you. You watch One Piece because you love the ship and you want to become a part of the ship. But now some anime exist just to piss you off. Watching these animes, you would feel like how the production houses just accepted this and not my Noragami third season. So let's get started. First anime I have is Darling in Friends X. So Darling in Friends X is basically a mecha anime which has its premise on a dystopian world or dystopian future. Boldly asks the question, what if teenage ants and giant robots could save the world? And the answer apparently is, well, they can, of course, but only after 24 episodes of melodrama, awkward metaphors, and a love story that feels like it was written by someone who just discovered what romance is, but only through reading the back covers of the romance novel. Let's start with the premise. Humanity is nearly wiped out, and the best way to fight giant monsters is having teenagers pilot mechas in pairs. But seriously, who thought it was a good idea to make a cockpit a metaphor for, let's call it, young love? Then there's a character 02 who is half human and half cloxosaur, whatever that means. It is the monster in this world. And I know most of you have watched this anime just because of 02. So that is why I am saying this. She is not as special as you think. She got horns, drinks honey like it's going out of style, and calls her partner darling so many times that it feels like you are stuck in 1950s sitcom. Hiro, our main lead, is basically your standard I'm special but I don't know it yet. He is hero but he don't know he's hero yet. So this show is a roller coaster of random plot twists. At one point the story takes a hard left turn into space because why not? By the end you are left wondering if the writers just threw darts at a board filled with sci-fi tropes and decided, yeah, let's do all of that. But I'm sure if you watch this anime you would definitely hate it more. In conclusion, Darling in Friends X is what happens when you mix mecha battles with teenage hormones, throw in some existential dread, and then set the blender to high. It's stupid, it's over the top, and it's widely entertaining if you put your brain in the mix, in that mix. So the second drama I have on my list is Scum's Wish. The show centers around Hanabi and Mugi, two high schoolers who are hopelessly in love with people they can't have. Naturally, the logical solution they come up with is to pretend to date each other and fulfill their emotional and physical needs while pinning over their respective unrequited loves. Yes, you heard that right. It's basically a story about two kids using each other as emotional and physical stand-ins while drowning in melodrama. Now this is the story we all love, right? But the real beauty of Scum's Wish lies in its absolute commitment to the most over-the-top, angst-ridden teenage drama you could imagine. The best part of the show, the best part is everyone in the series is a scum in a way, but they are also so self-aware about that it almost feels like the show is winking at you and saying, yeah, we know this is messed up, but isn't it juicy? It's like watching reality TV show where everyone is constantly making the worst possible decision, but they justify it by monologuing about the love, desire, complexities. It's the kind of scene that makes you question if the writer were in on the joke or if they are genuinely thought this was peak emotional storytelling. By the end, you might find yourself rooting for these characters to just sit down and have a nice, calm conversation instead of spiraling into one another's life and do self-destructive behaviors. But then again, that wouldn't be Scum's Wish, wouldn't it? It is a kind of anime that you can bet on someone who would make the worst life decision, and even if you win, you will feel like you lost. So The third anime we have is Domestic Girlfriend. Yay, you heard it right. The Domestic Girlfriend. You have heard of this music, right? Right banger, wrong place. Domestic Girlfriend has a very weird premise, and that is why it is in my list. Domestic Girlfriend is like stepping into a love triangle that someone accidentally set on fire and then decided to roast a marshmallow over. The story starts off innocently enough with Natsuo, your typical high school guy who have a crush on his teacher. Pretty normal till now, but instead of just spinning her away in the background just like a normal protagonist, Natsu end up in twist of fate that's as improbable as it is dramatic. One night, feeling heartbroken over his unrequited love, Natsuo has a one-time thing with a girl named Rui, who's about as emotionally open as a locked vault. But the next day, Natsuo's dad drops a plot twist that would make even soap opera writers blush. He's getting remarried, and guess who Natsuo's new stepsisters are? That's right, Hina, the teacher, his crush, and Rui, the girl who had just had a one-night stand with. Whoa, weird. And this is where it's all started, and I don't want to get into this anime more because the premise, the plot is so subjective that I am just leaving the conversation. But so this was my list of cringeworthy, stupid and crazy anime. This just 3 animes, and we will be going to do one more part where I will be talking more animes. And if you want to continue the series, please like and comment what are your favorite cringeworthy animes. Thank you for watching my channel. See ya.